in the house, the celebrities. Morning. Oh, I have had the most scary but amazing dream. Oh my God, it's real. Well. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Celebrities Big Brother's Little Breakfast. Bit of a change for you. New name, new year, new sofa, which we're probably even more excited about. New batch of celebrity housemates. And for the next 3 weeks, we're on at the new time of 8 a.m. live. Pesky Channel 4. And it doesn't stop there, because right after the show at 8:30 we're giving you Morning Glory, a brand new breakfast show where we bring all the essential ingredients to get through the day. But more about that later on. Back to BBLB coming up. You get to give your verdict on the new housemates in Cool BBLB, which quite simply is, what are your first impressions of the new housemates? Text us. All the details are on the screen as we speak. Text us, email us and call us with your first impressions. The details, as I said, on the screen right now. Also on the show, East/West astrologer Paul Watson's going to be joining us. Can't even see him, don't even know where he is. And casting her media savvy eye over the housemates, the gorgeous Eve Pollard's going to be joining us as well. Wonderful stuff. Now, if you need a reminder of who they are in the house, I suggest you watch this.
It's Michael Barrymore.
I can't think of anything better than not having a script.
You've got to lend us one of your outfits.
Please welcome Jodie Marsh.
To win it for me would be all my dreams come true. But I am still just a girl from Essex.
Please welcome Dennis Rodman.
Hey, David and Warren are just interacting right now. You see that, right? Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tracy Bingham.
I need to cuddle up next to a body.
Oh, Dennis, give me a love.
Please welcome Pete Burns.
I've been me for 47 years.
You know, I did look fabulous, they just couldn't see it.
Please welcome Faria Allen.
I won't stand for rubbish. Why should I?
It's not so bad in here at the moment.
Please welcome Maggots.
Be out by Saturday. They might put a nice film on.
It's Rula Lenska.
I have a few bombshells I can drop.
Hello.
Please welcome Preston.
I want to go in there and just have it.
Preston.
Nice
Preston, all right.
George Galloway.
I'm coming prepared to win the contest.
Brothers and sisters, in raising a toast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chantal.
You don't have to be a celebrity to win Celebrity Big Brother.
I sing in a band called Candy Floss.
Candy Floss?
Yes, with a K.
I found out everyone was going in the house about 3 or 4 hours before they went in yesterday. Didn't even tell me about her. That's how secretive they are around here, and I'm not happy with them. So, let's get this straight. 11 housemates entered the house last night, but only 10 were actual bona fide blue-chip celebrities. One is a promotions girl from Essex. She is called Chantal, and her mission is to convince the rest of the household she, too, is a celebrity. As you can see there, she's doing pretty well so far. If she succeeds, her place in the house is safe. For now, however, if she gets rumbled, she's out of there on Sunday. Absolutely no pressure then. But what else has been going on since you last saw the kids in the house? Personally, I think it's time for Little Brother's big news. After 26 minutes in the Big Brother house, has the cover been blown for Chantal? Take a look.
Jodie Marsh, she's from Brentwood in Essex, and I've been to pubs and clubs and that, and I've seen her out, and I think she recognises me, and I'm sure when she walked in the door and she looked at me, she knew, like, not who I am, but just that, you know, that I'm maybe not actually in a girl band, but, you know, but she don't know, but I'm just really coming in to let you know what I think I know.
We've also spotted Rula and Faria trying to find and figure out who the Blue Blazers Chantel is. Don't forget, if she fails the mission, she's out of the house on Sunday. Next up, have we spotted the first sign of friction in the house? 11 housemates, 1 bathroom. Something's got to give, or not perhaps. Take a look.
I spend a lot of time getting ready at the toilet and a lot of time in the shower, so I'll be up first. I kind of probably get up mostly at 5 in the morning.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I get ready and sit quietly.
Good for him. How long did the housemates take in the bathroom? Watch starts now. And if you were watching last night, you'll have spotted, well, you couldn't help but spot a bit of an atmosphere between Dennis and Tracy. At 11:44 p.m, the truth became a little bit clearer.
You know how many times that you came on to me, Tracy?
Me?
Twice.
You're not. No, I believe everything you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out when and how.
You like?
Oh, please! I've never come on to you.
You are crazy, girl.
Oh my God!
Put up your hand. Who hasn't come on to Dennis? Not me. I've come on to Dennis, and I think pretty much everyone here has. That, my friends, was Little Brother's Big News, but we're not going to finish yet with a little because, in true breakfast telly fashion, let's have a look at the morning weather. Thank you for the little, very gracious laugh there. There's a warm front, as you can see, moving in between Chantel and Dennis. They were flirting last night, holding hands at 11 a.m. in the bedroom. Chantel must think all her birthdays and Christmases have come at once. It's looking, however, slightly overcast for Big George up here. He went to bed early, he's kept himself to himself. And finally, Rula has discovered there's only 1 shower, which we're thinking is the calm before the storm, maybe a bit of high pressure moving in. That, my friends, was Little Brother's Big News. You've never cheered the news before. It's very nice of you. Now, last night, Faria and Rula were the first to bed at 11:45 p.m. Jodie and Pete were the last to bed at 3:45 a.m. Michael went to bed at 1:58, was up again at 3:05, drinking tea and playing with a cactus. He then went to bed at 5:22 a.m, but got up again at 6:56 a.m. Let's go live to the house now, see if anyone's up. There's Dennis. He's quite pretty when he's in bed, isn't he? There is Dennis, as we speak, sleeping. Maybe, what's he thinking? Who knows? Maybe he's thinking, one of these girls hasn't come on to me while I've been asleep. I'm not very happy about it. I intend to do things about it. Damn, girl! That Rula Lenz is coming on to me right now. The time has come, however, to welcome our very first guest of 2006. She's glamorous, she's a media guru, she's a glamorous media guru. She's Eve Pollard, everybody. Hello, thank you so much for joining us, Eve.
It's really interesting to be here.
Godly hour, I'm so sorry. Initial impressions of the housemates?
Well, first of all, one of the most exciting bits of television, most shocking bits of television, was last night, where whoever zoomed in on George Galloway's face, because I just had no expectation of it, was really, I just sat in it was electrifying. What do I think of them?
Is he the big surprise for you? Is he
very much the big surprise?
Well, he was for me. When I found out yesterday, I even forgot about it. So when I got home last night and I watched the show,
yes,
it was almost like a surprise again.
You have a really interesting life if you forget about that.
But this guy is a serving member of Parliament.
Well, I mean, there's going to be questions in the House. What's he doing in the big house when he should be in the other big house by Big Ben? You remember that big one? I mean, there will be questions. There will be shock. I hope he's not going to use this. I mean, I disagree with George about everything, but I met him years ago when I was editing newspapers, and he's a smooth-talking...
Seems very charming.
Very charming man. And it'll be very interesting. I hope he doesn't use the whole 23 days to spout about his policies, but that was a real surprise. And, of course, the fascinating standoff here. There was a magic moment last night where Michael Barrymore was looking for some tea or something.
I saw that.
And then he sees George come in, and there's that look of complete fear, hatred, something. Nobody was coming on to anybody in that look. Really,
and then he was looking for the tea even more.
Exactly. I don't want to be here. Exactly.
Who else are you surprised to see him?
Well, I'm interested to see Rula Lenz, who I think might be quite pivotal in this Celebrity Big Brother.
How so?
Well, she's grown up, she's older, she's smart. She might be the one who keeps things together in a funny way. She might oil on troubled waters.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I was interested in seeing her.
And what do you make of Chantal? Do you think she?
Oh,
she
I
can
think
do
it's
this?
a brilliant idea because every single town and every single bar on a Friday and a Saturday night, there's somebody pretending to be famous, isn't there?
Yeah.
And we all think it's quite easy. I think it's easier to pretend to be famous with a lot of famous people than pretending to be famous in your local bar.
Well, if you look at the people that are in the house as well, she could quite easily fly under the radar. There,
Absolutely. She's in a girl band. There are lots of those. You don't remember who. She's got long blonde hair. She looks the part. If she's smart, she'd get away with it. And we'd quite like her to, wouldn't we?
Of course. OK, now there's been loads in the papers overnight. I'd love to hear your take on the headlines. Brand new to the show, we have a very own paper dog. Please welcome everybody with the papers. It's Mr. Chips. Chipsy. Thank you very much. Off we go. That's it, Chipsy. Go on. No, that's it. I don't have any more treats for you.
Maybe Chipsy wants to meet Dennis.
I'm speaking to Eve now. You have to go. Go on, take that. Wonderful. Wonderful Chipsy, everybody. OK, let's take a look. What's first up here? Bleak House from the Sun.
Yes.
Your take on... I mean, do you know if the Sun's been particularly supportive so far, or what are they thinking?
Well, I think they've been quite interested about, of course, Michael Barrymore's been the story. And may I say, I think you've been rather unlucky, Big Brother, this morning, because if Charles Kennedy hadn't come out by saying he was an alcoholic last night, you might have made it with George on all the front pages, because it was shocking enough. Bleak House, I think that the Sun has always done very well out of Big Brother. Its readers are your watchers. It's trying to be aggressive, I suppose, on the first day. They're quite shocked, I think, about George. The first 3 or 4 paragraphs of that story.
Well, they're quite vitriolic about him during the election and so forth, weren't they? So...
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people might be, quite rightly in some ways. But they're giving it 2 pages. They know it's going to be interesting. And
they're kind of hedging their bets at the moment, then, aren't they?
They are totally hedging their bets, yes.
Cheeky little blighters and the stuff. I've got The Guardian next. Is The Guardian around?
Oh, The Guardian have
Thank you very much. The Guardian. Mr. Chips just threw it in to us there. Thank you very much.
He's a great thrower.
He is, isn't he? He's wonderful. We've got The Guardian here.
Yes.
Wonderful, OK. As you can see there...
Front story about Charles.
Yes, absolutely. But, of course, the main story is Galloway enters as an unexpected house guest. I imagine The Guardian would be quite fascinated by...
The Guardian would be very fascinated by it. And so will all politicians, because, as you know, politicians love an audience. Here you've got an audience. And you've probably got a lot of nice people in the House who won't answer back to him. I mean, I don't know very much about Preston, who everybody already says is somebody who might win because he's charming, he's good-looking, and what's wrong with both of those two. But I don't know whether anybody will take him on in the House. That would be quite interesting.
Just lastly, in terms of George Galloway, would he have to tell... I suppose, you know, he's an independent member of Parliament. Would he have to tell his own party? Would he have to tell...
Well, there is nobody else in his party.
But would he have to tell, like, Parliament?
Well, you think he might mention it to the Speaker. It'd be very... I mean, there will be questions in the House, and this will be quite an interesting departure
I can't wait.
for Big Brother,
won't wait to hear questions in the House.
Absolutely.
For now, Eve Pollard, everybody, come on. Thank you very much, Eve. Thank you. OK, joining us after the break, when Taurian Wood Dragon Paul Watson will be pointing out what's in the stars for the stars. We'll see you in 3:06. Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Celebrities Big Brother's Little Breakfast. It's day 2. The time is 8:21. Still to come is Call BBLB. But first, how would you like to be standing right here in this studio this Sunday? No? Never mind. Oh, all right, then. It could happen with our brand new competition, Steal or No Steal. Hey, it was an absolute git to clear, so now we've got it, Steal or No Steal. I think you'll be there. You can be one of 2 lucky viewers invited to come to the studio on Sunday to have your chance to win an exclusive Big Brother prize, the opportunity to come to the Big Brother finale night for you to freeze your little tush off outside. For your chance to be involved, you need to answer the following question. How many celebrities entered the Big Brother house last night? Is it A10? Is it B11? Is it C5? Oh, no one's going to go for 5. Text in your answer by texting BBComp with A, B or C to 83188, or give us a call, 09911 300 344. The lines are open till 6 o'clock tonight. Now, Our housemates have been together now for 9 hours. So far, it's been a fairly peaceful household, but who is destined to clash with who? Here to make his prediction is East-West astrologer, friend of the show. He's been on many times. It's Paul Watson, everybody. Paul, nice to see you.
And you, mate.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Always a pleasure.
Now, you're the expert in Chinese and Western astrology.
True.
You've had a look at the housemates' charts.
I have.
Can you talk us through them?
Yeah, they're all, incredibly strong bunch this year. All really, really strong characters. I'm personally very excited about this lot. A real mixed bag. The ones that kind of stand out for me, the most powerful character in the house is Mr. Rodman. Incredibly strong character.
What's he?
He's a Taurian metal ox.
Taurian means you're the bull. What does that mean?
It's just strong,
Yeah.
it's grounded, resilient, doesn't take any messing from anyone.
Metal?
Metal is very single-minded, determined.
That's the element
That's
part
the
of it.
element of Chinese astrology.
Yeah.
And then the ox, as you can just picture an ox, it's an immovable object. It's an absolute real powerhouse of a character. You just wouldn't cross that man.
He's a metal bully ox.
Kind of, but also very, very charismatic. If he shows his charm, he could do quite well, Dennis, actually. But he's incredibly strong. The kind of Preston is the most ambitious one in the house.
Right.
You wouldn't know. He's a very serious character. Quite a young guy, Preston. But he's a Capricorn metal rooster. And in the combined Western and Chinese astrology, East-West astrology, that's one of the most ambitious combinations you'll ever come across.
Capricorn?
Capricorn, really driven, very ambitious, knows where he wants to go. The metal rooster is exactly the same, but he knows where he wants to go. This boy, he's specifically trying to get on this program, I think, and he's trying to sort of he's planning for the future, because he's in a boy band. It'll go so far, and he's thinking, then what am I going to do? Shrewd cookie, Preston.
Chantal, talk a little bit about her.
Well, we know, she's a mysterious girl. We know very little about her. We know she's 22. Even I haven't been sort of forwarded the information. She's either a water pig or a water dog, both of whom are quite, but in a nice way, in a nice, sweet way. Both of whom are very charming and quite laid back and quite chilled. I mean, I think she might pull it off. But she's actually the weakest character in the house.
Why? Because she's a water pig or a water dog?
She's a water pig or a water dog.
So water's what? Just a bit wishy-washy?
A bit wishy-washy, but quite compassionate, quite emotional, but quite sweet-natured. The pig is just an affable old thing that wallows in the mud. The dog, low little thing. But I think she will kind of just pull it off.
Okay. In order to test your predictive skills, we'd like you to pick one housemate ball. We've got the balls in the bag here.
Ball each.
Out of each bag, and describe how you think they'll get on, all right?
Let's do it, yes, mate. Let's do that.
Okay. I am picking... Oh, I've got Tracy. Who have you got?
Tracy, and I've got Jodie.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
How are these two going to get on?
Well, I'm glad those two have come out, because Tracy is a Capricorn metal dog. It's a complex girl. I think the one, if anyone's going to crack in there or get a little bit feisty, it's Tracy, because the
like the Capricorn's driven.
Yeah, driven and strong, but the metal dog is very fragile, very sensitive, and very anal. Very, very anal, very specific about what she wants and how she lives her life.
Okay.
Jodie, on the other hand, I think that girl's had bad press, because I like her. She's also a Capricorn, but she's an earth horse. And that's a very, very sweet combination. Incredibly strong, Jodie, but a nice girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she could come out of this programme doing quite well.
How are these two going to get on?
You'd expect them to clash, both being the kind of similar type characters. Potentially, they could potentially get on very, very well. It'll be interesting to see, because you wouldn't expect them to, but the earth horse and the metal dog, very compatible.
All right, only got a minute left, so let's whiz through this. We've got Dennis here already. He's one of your
Dennis
favourites.
and Ruler. Wow, I mean...
Talked about Dennis already. What about Ruler?
Ruler, Libra and Fire Pig, a bit, as you came, kind of just a nice, sweet girl. Very young at heart, Fire Pigs. Don't grow old very gracefully. I can't see those two being bed partners in the next 3 weeks.
There's a little part of me that's quite lucky about that. Okay, and lastly.
Next one, yes, who have we got? Oh,
I've got George.
Well, then I got Maggot.
How? It's the question for everyone, Clips. How is George going to get on with Maggot?
Well, the funny thing is, they're actually very compatible. George is a Leo wood horse, which is quite charismatic, just the way George comes off. Charismatic, smooth, silver-tongued. Maggot, demented. He's the same combination as Colin Farrell. And you know what Colin Farrell's like?
Yeah.
Madman. Maggot's the same, obviously not as good looking. Okay. But those two, very compatible.
That is all we've got time for. For now, come back, because you're brilliant and we love you. It's Paul, everybody.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. Thank you.
OK, in the coming weeks, we'll have a plethora of experts on hand to analyse the housemates' every move, and all eager to answer your questions. So if there's anything you want to know, you can ask BBLB. Here, my friends, is how to get in touch. Eve is back with us. It's time to take your calls in today's Call BBLB, which is quite simply your first impressions of the housemates. We go straight to the phones. Justin in Suffolk. Hello there, Justin.
Hi, Dermot.
How are you, all right?
Not too bad.
OK, what are your first impressions of the housemates, Justin?
Well, they're certainly the wackest group I've ever seen. They look really, really strange. Strangest bunch ever. Mm-hmm. And to be quite honest, it's more like a cosmetic surgery waiting room, to be quite honest.
This is interesting. How do you think... Eve, how do you think the people that have had the cosmetic surgery and the work, I mean, in particular Pete, obviously, but Tracy admitted she'd had some yesterday as well. I mean, and Jodie, obviously. You know, how do you think they'll cope in this kind of, like, this goldfish bowl?
Well, we've already had, I think, was it Pete who said you had to go into the loo at 5 in the morning to get ready? There's going to be a very, very big collision on how many people... That makeup room, that sort of shower room with the magnifying mirror we saw, the pink, you know, that's going to be under very heavy duty, I think.
That could be the battleground of the house.
That certainly could be, yes.
OK, who's your early favourite then, Justin?
My early favourite, I think it's got to be Dennis.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to stir up the group big time. He seems like he's very demanding, so he could cause a bit of conflict.
OK, brilliant. Thanks a lot, Justin.
OK, thank you.
Email next. Who's this from? Let's take a look. Kim and Doe. Where is the eye candy? You put good-looking women in the house again. Where are the good-looking fellas?
I felt that last night. I thought if I was one of those girls, I would be really disappointed that there wasn't a really good-looking bloke. Preston's quite good-looking.
You're right, because the interesting thing is that I think more women probably watch Big Brother than men.
Yes.
So therefore, you'd think that, you know, Jeremy Edwards last time is always a bit of eye candy.
You want somebody. That's what I would be disappointed if I was a girl, because I know Dennis is, you know, tall, basketball, muscle-bound, tattoos. But if that doesn't do it for you, there's no real opposition to him, really.
What about, like you said, what about Preston? I mean, he's a young lad, but...
Well, Preston's young, and I'm told he's funny. And, you know, if you're funny, you can get away with murder.
Yeah.
So he might have a chance, but I would have liked a sort of 45-year-old good-looking bloke in there. I suppose George Galloway would be very angry. I don't think that's him, but I don't.
OK, thank you very much. That is pretty much all we've got time for today. We're back on Sunday with more news from the house, and a song for Big Brother will return. Log on to the website, www.channel4.com/Big Brother, to find out how to get involved. After the break, we leave Big Brother and we explore the brave new world of Morning Glory with comic Alan Carr giving his spin on today's news, and Cilla Black makes a welcome return to television as well. We'll see you in just a minute. Thanks a lot. Take care. See you Sunday.